There we go, live on Facebook. Y también, of course, 926 por la mañana. I am here with Tejano Roots Hall of Famer, Mr. Danny Rodriguez. Good morning, Danny. How we doing?
Hello, how you doing? Doing
there
good.
We are. So now, man, we've come full circle in a sense. I mean, so many bands, Danny. You know, your resume is just really is respectable. No doubt, man. You've been in the music business a long time. Now you really make me feel old.
31 years.
Estamos más viejitos aquí. But anyway, so look at Danny. Now, when did you start playing for Ram? When did you start with Ram?
After
what year was this, give or take?
I started playing with Ram in 07, right? Yeah, I was after Joe's departure.
07?
07, yeah. I was there for a while. I was there for a long time.
12 years.
That's 12 years with Rambo.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really, dude? 12 years with Ram.
Yep. 12-year Rambo.
So you got to figure out when you're with a band, con más ganas with Ram for 12 years, you kind of you start feeling like a family. You're a family, man. You see the person every weekend, every other weekend. Mm-hmm. You're keeping busy doing it. You get to know him upside down in many ways. Of the way his studio ways of doing things, his performing ways. He gets to know you guys as well. I've always said this, that Ram he's got so many hits, man. You could be there for 2 or 3 days.
A lot of hits.
So, and for him to, you got to handpick certain songs because you can't be there all night.
Yeah, that's true.
You cannot be there all night. So that being said, Denny, I mean, being with Ram all these years, you find out that Joe was going to be let out, and I know there was some kind of communication there. How difficult was it for you to tell Ram, you know what, Ram, it's time for me to move on? Because you weren't disgruntled with Ram. You were happy with Ram.
Yeah, I was.
You were getting paid well. You were keeping busy. No doubt, man. I would see when you would post when Ram was playing here and there. You were keeping very busy with Ram. So money wasn't the issue.
Yeah.
Gigs weren't the issue. Relationship wasn't the issue. And fíjate, it's unreal. And like I said, like we were talking about, when I found out that you were leaving Ram to go with Joe Lopez, I'm not going to use the word I criticized you because I didn't do that. I questioned. I said, man, I hope Danny knows what he's doing. So, how hard was it to leave Ram?
It was hard. Real hard. I went through a nervous breakdown.
Really?
I went through a nervous breakdown. I was like, I don't know. I didn't know what to do. It was real hard. I took it hard. Because being with Chepe for a long time, then being with Rambo, I'm not a musician to be playing with different bands. If people know me, they already know me through Joe or Ram. And I'm not the type of musician to be jumping bands. I don't like to do that. And it was really hard. And it was kind of breaking my head. I didn't know what to do. And
so it took you a while to make your decision.
Like a whole month.
Because you didn't know. But yet you were still playing with Ram.
I was still playing with Ram, but Joe was always right to me. He always communicated with me, and he always told me, hey, mijo, you're gonna come back with me when I come back. So I already knew he was already out, and he called me a couple of times. We talked, and he always told me, mijo, estás a venir conmigo. So okay, so I never thought it was gonna come this fast, but it did. So we met up with him private, me and our keyboard, Ben Ramos. We drove to Bronzeville, and that was my first time seeing Chepe since 06. And I was kind of like freaking out, talking to him, seeing him, and I really knew that they gave him clearance to play, and I was like, wow, I'm going to have to make a decision. And I told him, well, I'm going to think about it. And he respected that. When I was freaking out, man, So then, they'll call me the following week. I need to know. And they gave me a deadline.
Joe Lopez gave you a deadline.
Yeah.
I can respect that. He needs to know.
Yeah, he needs to know. So then, I didn't know what to do, man. I was really freaking out, man. It was I don't know what to do, man. So
at the end of the day, do you feel that you followed your heart?
Yeah, I did. I did follow my heart, and it was heartbreaking.
When did you know? When did you say, I'm going with Joe? Do you remember that moment when you said, I'm going with Joe.
When was that?
Before the award.
It was right before the Tejano Music Awards. It's like when I officially called them and confirmed it.
You told Joe before Ram. You told Joe.
Well, I was still with Ram.
Yeah, no, but you told Joe before you told Ram anything, correct?
Yeah, I told Chepe, you know, and then no, I had told Rambo that I was, you know, because I wanted to give Ram the respect, so I had told him. And then after that, that's when I called Chepe. I'm coming
So
back.
you said you gave Ram like about a month and a half notice, correct?
Yeah, I gave him a month and a half.
So when you talked to Ram and you told him,
See, Ram already knew. There was already rumors going around. Yeah. Some.
pero Denny, it wasn't only you.
Yeah.
It was a whole band.
Yeah.
That's the kicker here. That it was the whole band that was joining Joe, and that is really, really tough. But of course, you can only speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Of what you were doing. But when you told Ram, he kind of said, "I already." The Cheeseman was out there.
Cheeseman was out there, man.
Cheeseman was out there.
Cheeseman
And what
was
did he
out
tell you when you told Ram? You made it official with Ram.
He just, I remember recalling that he just said, just help me out to the end of the month. I said, oh, we'll help you out. It's not a problem.
So he had proper notification.
Yeah.
Ram did.
Yeah.
You let Ram know plenty of time.
Yeah.
What was going on.
We still, I told him after the benefit concert, right? I think it was like the beginning of November. We could have helped them out to the second week of December. So
Do you remember the last gig with Ram?
it was Kemia Walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. Well, actually, I didn't know that was the last gig, but
Huh?
I didn't know that was the last gig, but
What if he cut you off?
actually they did.
Really?
Yeah, before the Tejano Music Awards. But we were not bad.
I hear you.
Yeah, we're
I
not bad.
understand. So it's kind of like in a business too.
Yeah, like I
Whenever you
said-
put your 2 weeks notice, sometimes they'll let you go before
Yeah,
it's
because
time.
like I said, the cheeseman goes around, and a couple of band members that they got now, they had told us. We did a little rehearsal. We're helping out some other artists. So I'll be blunt what I'm gonna say. That musician said, "Oh, we're gonna practice tomorrow, and we do that. We're going Saturday. Hey, brother, there's no hard feelings here. Joe Lopez is my boss now, bro. You know, don't get it twisted. Go for it. Or wish you all the best, brother. You know, but we understood that. Once we put our notice, we understood and respected if they're gonna cut us off anytime. That was good. We were fine with that.
You did your part on giving him notice.
Yeah.
You did your part, and
Yeah.
from there it's up to him. And I can respect his part too. He had to find band members, put them together, and start doing his own thing.
Yeah.
You know, eventually. So maybe it shouldn't have caught you by surprise too much.
No,
You
it
probably expected as well,
didn't.
wasn't
It didn't catch me by surprise. Like I said, we were expecting it, and then I mean personally, I wasn't mad, and I don't think the other guys were not even mad because, we officially moved on already, and Ram had to do what he had to do. We had to do what we had to do.
That's right,
You know?
and it is what it is, and it's unfortunate, but it's part of the business, the music business. It happens, man. Band members jump here and there.
Yeah.
Whatever it happens. I mean, geez, you were with them 13 years.
I say 12 years, 11 years.
I mean,
12 years.
that's unprecedented
It's a long time.
in many Tejano bands to
Yeah.
have a band together that long for one, and for a band member to be with a singer for that
Yeah.
long. That really, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, man. Quickly here, I'm going to touch base on something here real quick. I remember I used to go to the small little sports bar on Broadway, and I'm not going to mention any names, but there was this Tejano singer that had been playing there for about a couple of years. I know the guy. He talked to me outside. He goes, "Can you believe it, Robert? They're cutting me off after today. They're saying they're getting somebody else." I said, "How long have you been playing here?" 2 years, every Sunday. Dude, hey, man. I don't know too many Tejano bands that are guaranteed a gig every Sunday for 2 years in a row, man.
Yeah.
You should tell them thank you, not, hey, que la fregada, que pasó aquí, all this stuff. But, hey, man, that's part of what the problem is, with some of the Tejano bands, man. Como se dice, can't we all just get along?
Yeah, can we all get
And that's
along?
what it's all about. It
Yeah,
really, really
it's
is. Now,
true.
speaking with that, now, you're with Joe Lopez.
Yeah.
Here we go. You're practicing, you're getting your stuff together and all this other good stuff. How did it feel to be in the Joe Lopez camp after you've been with Ram for 13 years?
But can I say one thing about
Of
Rambo?
course, of course.
I want to thank him. Class act. He's real good about his word. You know, I want to thank him for all the years. You know, Rambo. But coming back with Chepe, the first rehearsal I was like nervous, but I kind of told the newbies. We got two newbies in the band, which is Aaron Holler and Joaquin Cuda. Well, now they changed his name. Joe changed his name to Sonny. I told them the do's and don'ts around Joe. It's real important, man. Because Chepe, I told him whatever you do, if you don't understand what Joe's saying, just say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Because the day you say no, no, or something like that, you're gonna be the bad apple on stage. Believe me, dude. I seen it when he.
You know it.
I know it.
You've been there.
So, and I told him whatever he does, just say thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Just tell him that. You know. So we do that all the time. But coming to the first rehearsal was as soon as hearing that original voice, I was amazed.
The first gig, Houston, Texas.
Yeah, Houston, Texas.
Talk to me about that night before going on stage.
Jeez. That was the first gig. I was really nervous. And once we get to the hotel, we have a prayer. And we were talking. And trying to hug Chepe. I hug him and try to get his confidence going because I could see him like, you know.
Nervousness was in the air.
Nervous, real bad. So then once we get to the club, and they tell us, hey man, y'all need 10 more minutes to go. I said, damn man. And I'm getting nervous. And I said, nah. That's when the veteran leadership comes in. I said, hey man, I used to play with Joe back in the day. Now it's time to step up the game. So right before I get on stage, I see Joe there in the van, and I go up to him. Chepe, you ready, Chepe? Don't worry about it. We got you. That's why we're here. He looks at me. I'll try. What do you mean you try? And he starts rapping. Yeah. So, yeah, and I know that then Joaquin Cuda, Sonny, our guitar player, comes, and he tells him, Joe, are you nervous? And I look at him, get out of here. Get out of here. Don't be telling them that. You know? And I pump him up again. Don't worry about it, Joe. We're good, man. That's why we're here, man. So, yeah, when the intro comes in, I started freaking out, man. I said, well, there it is. No turning back now. But this one was different because now it was a live stream. Everybody was waiting for the moment for Joe to come out. And
sure, of course. Him. Curiosity was out there, man.
So, once we get on stage, we see all his true fans. That changed everything, man. So, as soon as we start playing the songs, and as soon as we do all the little intros, so when Padrona Cariño comes out, that's when he comes out. So, as soon as I see him, like, walking towards the stage, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I had tears. But I was wearing glasses. Because it brought back a lot of emotions. I haven't played with Joe since 06. But once Joe took that microphone, that was it. Papitas. Yeah, he was nervous, but Joe works good under pressure. I love it.
You know what, Danny? One thing about what's going on is that whenever a comeback happens, like what Joe Lopez is doing, it's not all peaches and cream. There's always going to be some things going on out there. Now, something happened. I don't remember the name of the town. I just know that something happened between Los Palominos. We'll call it a miscommunication between Los Palominos and the mosque and the Joe Lopez camp. At the end of the night, Los Palominos did not perform. They showed up, but they didn't perform. And finger pointing started going all over the place. Los Palominos said this, they said that. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the night, man, the people are the ones that lost out.
Yeah.
On this performance.
Mm-hmm.
How much negativity did anybody come at you saying, "Hey, man, why did you mess with Los Palominos? What happened here, man?"
Oh yeah, we took a lot of heat, but like I said, the communication. We were there practically the whole day at Bucanas, and I remember they showed up too, but they really never communicated. You know what I mean? And I remember telling one of the roadies, the bass amps there, and Aaron, our drummer, told his roadie too. Our drums are there. So we offered the stuff to them, and whatever happened after that, I don't know. We went to the hotel, and We just got notified. See, we got notified, but we didn't know what was going on until we're in the tour bus. So everybody's tagging everybody, and I'm like, once I see the video, like, see, at first we thought they probably had trouble getting to the club or broke down.
Right.
But then we saw the video, I was like, really? Wow.
So, who replaced those Palominos, or there was no replacement?
No, Joe stepped up to the plate, man. We were scheduled for total 2. And Chepe, we had already got to the hotel. We were there in 30 minutes, right? And everybody showered. And Joaquin went to go get some Chick-fil-A real quick. And I even took one bite out of the Chick-fil-A.
Oi, Danny, so you guys, the Joe Lopez camp, today, Joe Lopez, Mas, y'all are performing one-setters wherever you go and perform? Or
yeah,
two sets?
One set, a 2-hour set.
1 2-hour set. That's what you're doing, wherever you're performing.
Yeah.
Okay, I was very surprised that wherever Mas is performing, I've seen where they got 5 or 6 other bands performing. I'm like, man, that's a lot of bands, man. It's a lot of bands to wait for Joe to come on at midnight or 1 o'clock, whatever. I mean, I was very surprised at that, but hey, it is what it is. Whatever promoter's putting it together, it is what it is. Now, people feel hurt when things like that happen with separation. I know that Ram, it came out to where Ram said some things, performing somewhere, kind of like, I'll use the word hurt, that you guys have left him. Like I said, family is family, and he saw you guys as family.
Oh yeah, no.
He saw you, and sometimes when you're hurt, you'll say things, man. Did it bother you when he said those things that he said in front of the crowd?
It did, but I knew
Did it surprise you?
It surprised me.
He's not that kind of a person.
No, he's not.
You know?
It did. I was just hurt, but I know he's hurting too. You know what I mean? And I know that wasn't really him, but it is what it is.
You know what, Danny? I can remember when you posted that you were going to be winning the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame award, and I remember, I think it was right before you left, where he was congratulating you, and all right, Danny, and this and that, and then whoop. Hey, man.
So much stuff was going on, man. And dude, like, I was so confused. At that moment, I was so confused, Robert, and like I said, I was in a nervous breakdown. It was like I was getting divorced. But never been married.
Danny, there was no blame. There's no blame in anybody or anything. To me, like I said, it's surprising that you were with Ram as long as you were, or with any band. Mm-hmm. For a band member to be with them through any band for as long as you were, that's, hey brother, that's that's dedication there as well.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, nothing lasts forever.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Nothing lasts forever.
I had a good time with Rambo. He's a character, man.
I love his music. I think Ram's a class act.
Yeah,
no doubt, man. Ram did an interview with me. Yeah. I thank him for his time. Like, I'm not trying to. Ram's an awesome guy. I play a lot of his music.
Yeah, he has
I'll always support Ram. To me, I just think he was hurt.
Yeah.
He was hurt, man. I mean, he lost his guys.
Yeah, I know.
He was hurt. It's kind of like seeing your wife leave you for your buddy over there, man. Hey, what happened here?
Man, it came close to. Honestly, I just wanted to quit music when I was going through all this stuff. And then through the deadline, I'm like, man, I'm like, damn, ¿qué hago? What do I do, So,
well,
pasó lo que pasó.
Well, yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, Joe Lopez is taking a break in the action. When do you guys perform again?
When do we perform again?
Next week, Eagle Pass?
I think, I don't want to say we play Eagle Pass, but I heard it was Eagle Pass. Probably not this weekend, but the following weekend, and then Casablanca, Laredo.
Do you know when you're going to be back in San Antonio?
I don't know, but there's already word that we're going to be back in San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you what, now, you're winner of the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rob.
Simply us. Where's that award? Let's check out the award, man. Let's see here. There we are. They got it. They just got it out of the pawn shop. They wanted to get some taquitos and everything. Let's check out the award. Check this out. There we go. Look at this baby right there. Ain't that so pretty? I'm going to put it right over here, Danny.
31 miles, puro touring.
Beautiful.
Puro touring. Puro breakdowns everywhere in the middle. Arkansas, I mean.
When were you advised that you were nominated or even winner of the award?
I think when all the stuff was going down, Robert. For real, I get a letter like, Really? Right now? Right? So I get the letter that actually that President Ted Solis me habló. You know, I was in a way to on a gig with Ram, the camion. Me habla, hey, just want to congratulate you there and your award, but I also want to congratulate you on your coming back with Joe Lopez. I'm kind of like freaking out. I'm like, what? You know, thank you, man. You know, and then they called me again the last week before going over there.
Danny, what's going on with Tejano music today?
It's a good question.
What is going on? You've been in the business a long time. I have. If I start talking about it, I'll be here for days and days.
Right.
You know, and just we can be here for days talking about it. But in your mind, in your eyes, of what you're seeing out there, what is going on with Tejano music today? Why has it? I'm not going to say it. Tejano will never die, but it is not the way it used to be. We all know this. What is the problem with Tejano music today?
People, well, actually, you know what? It's a good topic. We bring that up right now. When people say the capital of Tejano music, I know it was back in the day San Antonio, but right now, Robert, I don't think San Antonio is the capital. Houston is.
You've said this several times. I've seen you post where Houston this and Houston that. They're playing La Onda. Let me just say this before you move forward. I have said this time and time again where sometimes I'll get in the mood to where I feel like going out to the bar and club and, you know, doing the Tejano thing because I'm playing my music here. It gives me as the revved up to want to go to a Tejano bar. Let's say I go to a Tejano bar, okay? You don't hear the Tejano music anymore the way you used to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't hear it anywhere. The closest thing that I've seen and that I enjoy going there, if and when I go there, is Crazy J Sports Bar.
Yeah.
They knock it pretty well. You know, the guys over there, man, they you know, DJ Bad Boy Al, is the Johnny C. You know, they kick ass, you know, wherever they're at. I enjoy their music. But you don't hear it out here no more, man. Yeah. Even on the radio, I play it. But like I said, you don't hear it no more. What makes you think that Houston is different and the capital of Tejano music instead of San Antonio?
Because Houston, the people from Houston, they support it a lot. They support it. They're not afraid to pay. They get charged $20, $25. They'll pay it. Even sometimes I hear they get charged. They charge them to park in the parking lot. You know, something like that, and they still pay. They're true fans. I'm not saying that about San Antonio, but San Antonio's like when we hear I don't know what it is, Robert.
Danny, I've said this time and time again. Aquí en San Antonio estamos bien chiflados. We're very spoiled here in San Antonio. Here in San Antonio, if a club wants to charge $1 for a DJ, oh man, let's go somewhere else.
That's
or,
true.
I mean, to me the limit is $5 or $10, give or take, and you maybe could get away with it. But from there, pero también, you got to remember something. We're spoiled because we know, hey, why go pay $10 when maybe in a couple of weeks he'll be playing at a church festival for free? He'll be playing at Market Square for free, and they'll add them up, you know, and they will. Mm-hmm. And that's the truth. You know, these bands, here comes spring and summer. Yeah. Here comes a fanfare. Here comes the fiesta. And you know it as well as I do. All these bands are going to be playing all over the place. More likely Joe Lopez too. They're going to be playing all over the place. And if you miss them one day, you can see them another day somewhere else. That's what I'm saying. Some people go, why am I going to pay it? In Houston, they're not swarming around the way they are here. Here, man, they're all over the place.
That's what I'm saying.
You see, but now you want to say talking about supporting, no doubt, even Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas too.
Dallas
it's
too.
Houston and Dallas second. Because I got friends in Dallas with Houston. Well, we don't got no radio. Yeah, but look at the attendance. That speaks for itself. Man.
Sure.
You know, they got barbecue cook-offs over there. They support each other over there. And aquí San Antonio, we got only Club Desperados
here.
Yeah, mm-hmm. right now, currently, right. The Joe, remember back in the days?
I think, and that just started. And even then, man, I think they're only open on Friday. I don't know. Yeah. I just know it just kind of kicked in again.
That's why I tell everybody, how long is it gonna last?
Of course.
That's why San Antonio people they want to gain that name back, capital Tejano music. Prove it. If they don't support it, that's it. I don't think San Antonio's gonna have a club.
You know, back in the 90s, I'll call them the T-Town years, clubs, and I'll use T-Town for example, clubs were open 5 nights
Yes,
a week,
I was
Wednesday
there.
through Sunday, and support it and would slam it, and it was awesome. Desperados, Reflex. But those days are gone, pero también, Danny, you got to remember, those crowds from the 90s, they're 30 years older now.
Yeah.
Now they're staying home. Now they got their grandbabies,
Yeah.
and they're reminiscing or whatever. If you get them to go out once per week, that's if they go out.
Yeah.
That's far and few, and times have changed. And the problem here is that, Danny, there's nobody on the back burner for our kids,
Yeah, you're
for
right.
our teens, and that to me that's a big problem. It's unfortunate, and if we're not careful, man, I'm not saying Tejano would ever die, but to me it's not going to be the same for a long. I don't think we're going to see it in our lifetime.
Yeah.
It's ever going to get back to the way it was.
Yeah, no. Well, I think we're right in the last wave. What do you think, Robert? We're right in the last wave?
Yeah.
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 A lot of people don't want to accept it. Some musicians don't want to accept it, but we're right in the last wave.
And it's unfortunate. It really is. Now, it's the Tejano radio stations, KXTN, they went to internet,
Yeah.
AM, if you want to call it that. Internet radio stations, Tejano. I'm Tejano, but I play more than just Tejano. People thank me for supporting Tejano music. Great, but that's not my cause. I'm not here to support Tejano music. I play because I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. My sponsors help keep Double R Radio up and running. My listeners do too. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think I'm doing what a lot of other people are doing. They wait for the name bands, whatever we got left.
Yeah.
Joe, Gary Hobbs,
Gary.
Ram, Los Desperados,
David Lee.
Marcos, and that's all we have left.
Dude, it's
And now put it the way I tell everybody, Tejano music is running on fumes.
Yeah, it is.
That's all we got. There's like a comet that passed by, and it was strong and heavy. Now all we got is the tail end of the comet.
It's true.
That's all we got.
That's right.
How can we fix this, Danny?
I don't know. I don't really know how to fix it, man. I don't know, but what you say, Robert, is true. All those bands and even David Lee were right in the last wave. It's sad to say, but it's the truth.
And you got to figure now, if this is happening the way we're talking about, ¿qué dices tú? If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out in the blaze of glory. I'm going to go out with the guy that I have my heart for, ¿verdad?
It's true.
Right?
We talked about it.
That's right.
You know,
I tell you what, Danny, we're running out of time here. I'm going to give you the spotlight. I want you to talk to your people, talk to your fans out there, whatever you want to say, to whatever singers, band members, roadies, whatever. The stage is yours.
All right. Just before I leave, I want to say shout out to everybody, my friends in Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Ronnie and Dallas, Cedlo Males, Reservations, Aaron Holler, and my friends from Laredo. We'll see you in 2 weeks. RGV, my friends from Valley, Victoria, Corpus, West Texas, California. I got fans everywhere, Robert, and I'm just glad to be back on the Freedom Tour 2020. We're gonna kick it off, and I hope to see y'all there. And I want to thank everybody for supporting it. We got a lot of true fans, and everywhere we gone so far is sold out capacity. And that it, like, when I see those crowds, it brings me back to the 90s, like back in the heyday. And it's funny now in this era, it's hard to get those big crowds again. But unfortunately I'm seeing those days come back, and it brings me a lot of flashbacks. And we'll see you on 2020 Freedom Tour. I want to say hi to Sandra Vallejo, the boss man Joe Lopez, and my current band members Ben, Aaron, and Kuda, the road crew, Anthony, Ronnie. We'll see you soon. Monterey Music, Rogelio, Pablo, Felix, our tour bus driver, and Albert Mesa, our sound engineer. Man, that dude's he's killing it, man. I'm glad we have you on board, and it's Israel and everybody else, and we'll see you soon. And thank you, Robert. Appreciate the interview. I know we've talked about this, but finally it could have come at a better time. And
there we go. Danny, I want to thank you so very much for taking the time to come on over here, you and your brother, Anthony. Yeah. We're going to head on out for some taquitos right now. I promise them some taquitos, some carne guisada, and all that other good stuff. Really, Danny, you've done a lot in the music business, and it's to be applauded. Like I said, you've been with many, many bands. Your resume is rock solid, and like I said, man, at the end of the day, you did what you had to do for Danny. You did what you had to do for Danny. It wasn't personal. I mean, you've got no ill feelings towards Ram or anybody of any other of the bands. And like I said, whatever he did say, I haven't heard it. I don't need to hear it. I think Ram's a class act. The guy's just hurt. You know, he's hurt. Cool. And more likely, he probably loved you like a son, man. You know, you guys are family.
Yeah, we had a good time with Rambo. You know,
of course. And
class act.
And there you have it. And I'm sure somewhere along the lines you're going to cross where Joe and Ram are playing together, right? And it'll be a good thing for you to shake hands, un abrazo, and life goes on because you never know.
Yeah, we always had a lot of fun with Rambo on stage, man. I mean, we'll be making faces, we'll be making faces about pura risa, and, you know, we had a good time with Rambo. You know? There we go. I got nothing bad to say about him.
There we go. Anyways, been awesome being here with the Hollywood Hall of Famer, Mr. Danny Rodriguez. Thank you all so very much for joining me on Double R Radio Morning Show streaming. This is San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to go and close her out with a song that Danny, I know he knows this song right here, Infiel. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow morning. We do it all over again at 7 o'clock por la mañana. Good morning, Double R Radio. Never forget Double R Radio 24/7. Bueno, adios. There we go. We're going to do a little bit more extra here because we're still live on this side. Danny, what do you do now? When we're going to go eat right now, I see Danny a lot at Eddie's Tacos out there on Laredo Street. Yes, Danny, man, he gets 2 enchiladas, rice and beans, carne guisada, queso, 2 tortillas, and that's an appetizer, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. What is it? Reservations.
They even got a plate called the Danny plate over there.
They did. They got to.
It's called the Hall of Famer plate.
Right, I gotta talk to Casey about that. Custom made.
Hey, man, let's do some good one. Shout out here to Veronica Herrera. There we go. David Farias, Lola Cedillo, Sylvia Trevino. Don't want to miss anybody here. Adam Chapa, Michelle Ponce, Betty Clark, Double R Radio sponsor, Edward Castillo. Good morning, brother. La Coyota, Patty, Angie, Leal, Rene Perales, Margie Navejar. I got that right. Sean Zam Gonzalez, Texas. Irving Ordiales, Laura Rodriguez, Ramon Lopez, Davey Barrett, Tom Esquivel, Diana Martinez. Good morning, Diana. Robert Vasquez, Little Eddie Hernandez, Robert Vasquez, Tony Rivas, Neto Gutierrez, Rick Balderrama, Lupe Garcia, Stephanie Marie, Deanda Gonzalez, Ara Cantu, Myrna Bañales Cougar. There we go. Mr. James Gonzalez, Double R Radio sponsor, Patty Zepeda, Yvonne Dillard, Patty Zepeda, Laura S. Veronica, Billy Garcia. There we go. La Fuerza, Candy Garcia, Tina Gamino, Candy Rodriguez, Joanna Gonzalez, Martin Estrada, Brenda Silva. There we go. Thank you so very, very much. Whatever y'all miss, whatever you miss is going to be on YouTube later on this afternoon, okay? Tell them goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you all.
There we go.
We got
Adios.
reservations.